Has your pet hit the spring fever zoomies? Oh my gosh, my cat just tore through the living room earlier today, and she doesn't even get to go outside. She's got the zoomies inside. But what are you gonna do if the spring fever zooms turn into glooms or dooms for your fur babies? Yes, spring fever can really wreck our pets and bring up painful challenges that we didn't even realize were going on beneath the surface or bring up new challenges. So, what can you do to help your pets through the challenges spring can bring? If you're new to my world, welcome. I'm Dr. Vicky, gentle chiropractor for people as well as pets. I'm a Reiki healer and a mind body coach. The initials behind my name doesn't matter that much. What it means is I'm here to help you and your fur babies be your very best. Whether it's spring or fall or any other season, we want to make sure our fur kids are doing the absolute best that they can and living life to absolute fullest. So, spring, is it going to be zoom or gloom? During the spring, we have so many challenges that can come up for our fur kids. For one, it can bring out challenges that we thought we had a handle on or that we didn't realize were going on beneath the surface. I'm talking especially arthritis. Now, that can show up with them acting more painful, whether that's limping, holding their head down and not wanting to raise it up. Maybe they were really active as the nice weather started to hit, and all of a sudden they really slow down. And they're like, oh, maybe I better not go tearing across the yard today. Um, so, the spring can aggravate arthritis because either they've got an increase in activity because they're tearing across the yard like idiots, and we love them for it, but it can really flare things up. Or sometimes that increased activity is human caused by the other end of the leash because it's nice out and we want to go outside. So we clip that leash on and we go for more walks, and they might have spent a lot of the winter on the couch right next to you binging Netflix and not so much going for that 1 or 2 or 3 mile walk. So we've got them doing activity that they're not quite used to doing. And I don't know about you, but when I get out and I start doing activity after months of not, it can really start flaring things up. Same thing happens in our fur kids. Also, arthritis can kick up with changes in weather, changes in barometric pressure, just like it does in humans. It is not just an old wives' tale that grandma could tell when a storm was coming because she could feel it in her joints. That's arthritis. That's real. And same thing happens with our pets with the roller coaster of barometric pressure and weather changes, especially here in the St. Louis area, that can really get them flared back up and feeling sore again where they didn't used to over the winter. And all that increased activity and the rain and the storms can lead to new injuries too. So maybe they were doing great, maybe they're not even in their senior years yet, but they go tearing off across the yard. Well, if one, they're not used to tearing across the yard, they can very easily tweak something, and now we've got an injury on our hands. Or two, if maybe they didn't necessarily, go stumbling across the gopher hole, but if the ground's been wet because it's been storming or because all the snow melted off and it's muddy and the ground is soft, just like humans, it can be really easy to twist something when they go tearing across the yard. If you go running across a soft field, you're more likely to get hurt. So are they. Now, this brings me to the last point about the gloomies. We always hear about zoomies in our fur kids. They can also get kind of gloomy in the spring. And that can really be a sign that they're uncomfortable, whether that's pain or stiffness. There's a challenge going on. If they're not usually a gloomy kind of critter, and all of a sudden they just they just lay on the floor, lay on the couch, they kind of glance outside and then just lay their head back down, big heavy sigh, or they're outside and they watch the squirrel run across, and normally they would have run after it, but I think I'll just watch today. You can kind of tell in their little eyes they're feeling gloomy. It can be a big sign that they're uncomfortable, that something's going on. They want to go run and play, but their bodies just aren't agreeing to it and they're kind of bummed about it. Same thing happens to people too, goodness. But when that comes up for kids and they're looking gloomy when they normally don't, that can be a sign of a challenge. Now, some pets don't really get the zoomies, especially with our more stoic and calm and collected fur babies, canine or feline. Some of them are much too cool for school to go tearing across the yard or tearing across the living room. But as the weather gets warmer, as spring kicks in, they do usually have a bit of an uptick in feeling happy, feeling good, wanting to see what the critters are doing outside, wanting to go for more walks because the weather's nicer. So even in our more stoic critters, if you got a careful eye, you can see if they hit that gloomy point, or if they hit that point where they're acting like they're in pain. Maybe the arthritis has flared up. Maybe they got a new injury because they did go running across the yard that one time. Here's how you can help them. First, introduce them slowly to that increased activity, just like you would for yourself when you're going into a new activity, a new workout routine. You want to go slow so that you don't end up aggravating old things, aggravating old challenges, or creating new challenges. Same thing with our fur kids. We want to introduce them slowly. So if you're going to increase their walking, because it's nice out and you want to go outside too, don't go from the couch to a 5K in one day. Start it gradual, just like you would if you're in a situation where you can turn your pup out in the backyard and just let them tear it up and go ham and go crazy. Maybe supervise them where you can, at least to start, to make sure that you notice if they do have a spill and a wipeout out there. Maybe check the yard before you let them out. If it's kind of soft, maybe not let them have quite full run of the yard if you can. Maybe that's the time to take them for a walk instead of letting them go run like crazy in the backyard. Supervise them so that if there is an injury, if there is a challenge come up, you see it and you notice it and you can get them help sooner. And last, you can relieve a lot of that pain and even prevent it, most likely with gentle chiropractic care. It helps so many of the fur kids that I work with. And I'm pretty confident it can help yours too, but I'm not quite sure if I'm the right fit to be helping them. So let's get on the phone. Let's have a no charge phone consultation and figure out if gentle chiropractic care is the right fit for them and if I'm the right fit to help them stay at their very best and enjoy the spring zoomies without the spring gloomies. Reach out to me for that no charge consult. Give me a call or send me a text message at 636 751 3150, and we'll set a time where we can chat and learn more about what your fur baby's got going on and what your goals are for them and see if this is going to be right for them. And I'll let you know if I'm not the right fit, I'll send you in the right direction for your next step because I want your fur babies to be their very best, whether that's with me or with somebody else. Let's get them enjoying this beautiful spring weather that we finally got. Pain-free, happy, and healthy. All right, until next time, go out and enjoy the wonderful weather with your fur kids. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye now.